Let's look at the fine line between high vibration and spiritual bypassing, and how to stay in alignment, in balance, without avoidance. In the world of spiritual teachings, we often hear about the importance of maintaining this high vibration, focusing on joy and aligning with our passion all the time. Thought leaders like Abraham Hicks, Bashar, the book film The Secret, and many others, they've emphasized the power of positive thinking, of manifestation, and the law of attraction. And religion also carries this theme with beliefs like Jesus will fix it, or just have faith and everything will be well. Yes, these teachings, they contain truth, but they can also be misunderstood and misapplied, leading to spiritual bypassing, a term that describes avoiding real-life challenges and deeper emotional work, shadow work, by only focusing on the sort of positive, lighter, high vibrational aspects of spirituality. But what happens when life presents us with struggles, relationship difficulties, health crises, or deep emotional wounds? How do we then balance this high vibrational living with real-world responsibilities like paying taxes? Let's look at how you can stay in true alignment, not through avoidance, but through full embodiment of both the light and the shadow, the higher and the lower vibrations. Let's talk about this common misconception about high vibration and what that actually is. Teachings like Bashar, Abraham Hicks, they emphasize that you should follow the joy, the high vibrational energy, what feels good. And yes, it is a powerful tool, but a lot of people, they misinterpret it as ignoring negative emotions, avoiding challenges, believing that acknowledging problems will manifest more problems, will attract more of that, and dismissing the lower chakras like root, sacral, solar plexus in favor of spiritual ascension. And this leads to spiritual bypassing, where instead of working through your issues, looking at them, really resolving them, we sort of suppress them, convincing ourselves that staying positive is enough. But true high vibration is not about denial. It is about the full spectrum awareness and integration. So let's look at the difference between spiritual bypassing and true high vibration. Embodiment avoids facing real life problems, faces challenges with presence and empowerment, ignores financial struggles, saying money is just energy, handles money responsibly while maintaining an abundance mindset, suppresses difficult emotions, feels emotions fully, processes them, and then shifts into alignment, avoids lower chakras like safety, stability, survival, integrates all chakras for full embodiment, waits for external rescue like Jesus will fix it, the universe will provide, takes inspired action aligned with divine flow. So how to stay aligned in a high vibrational state while handling life's challenges? So instead of using spirituality as an escape, we can reframe life's challenges so that they do not pull us out of alignment. Here are some examples. Financial struggles like bills, debts, taxes. Bypassing. I'll just visualize abundance and ignore my financial situation. Victimhood. I'm doomed. I'll never get out of this. Embodiment. I bless this money as a tool for expansion. I take full responsibility for my finances while I align with wealth consciousness. Relationship issues. Bypassing. If I just think positive thoughts, this toxic relationship will improve. Victimhood. I'm powerless in this situation. It's all their fault. Embodiment. I honor all my emotions. I communicate honestly with empathy and set boundaries while attracting harmonious relationships. Health problems. Bypassing. I will just think healing thoughts and ignore any medical advice. Victimhood. This illness defines me. There's nothing I can do. Embodiment. I align my energy with healing while also seeking proper care, nourishing my body and addressing emotional roots, working holistically on healing. emotional, trauma, and inner work. Bypassing. I don't need therapy or shadow work. I'll just focus on the light. Victimhood. I will always be broken because of my past. Embodiment. I fully feel and release my emotions, understanding that healing is integration, not avoidance. How religion and spirituality can encourage bypassing. Many religions and spiritual traditions have elements that encourage external dependency rather than personal empowerment. Like Jesus will fix it. It can lead to waiting for divine intervention instead of actually taking personal responsibility. Karma will take care of them. It can lead to avoidance of necessary action in difficult situations. Everything happens for a reason. While true, this can sometimes be used in justifying staying in harmful circumstances instead of taking aligned action. True faith, it does not mean that passively waiting. It means actively aligning with divine flow while taking inspired action. The middle path, full spectrum awareness and action. So how do you find this balance between these high vibrational spiritual states and the experience of being in this physical 3D reality with all these challenges from paying taxes and debts and relationship problems and illnesses and stuff? So how do you balance that? It all comes down to being as present, as open and honest as possible. It helps to balance your nervous system first, because if you are in fight, flight, freeze or fawn mode, your brain is flooded with cortisol and a lot of other stuff that makes you not think clearly, and you are then in this fear response. You might sugarcoat it with this happy face, spiritual, high vibrational, but when it comes down to it, you are operated by ego and fear that has been cleverly masked as something else. So I would suggest you do some type of vagal toning exercise. It can be through massaging the back of your head, the sides here, emotional freedom technique, tapping, body scanning, deep belly breathing, meditation, dancing, humming. There are a lot of ways to do it. So once you've done that first, then focus on being present, completely present. Do not engage in your thoughts. You don't have to push them away. You don't have to try to change them either. You just don't give them your attention. You bring your attention back to the here and the now and feel what's going on. And from that centered space, when you connect your head brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain, when you're not in the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode, then you can see things clearly, and you can also see what action needs to be taken from a centered, reality-anchored space. Not from some airy-fairy, rosy-colored glasses type of view of reality. Because that's toxic positivity, spiritual bypassing. It's not reality. And those feelings that might arise of doubt, of insecurity, of shame, of frustration, look at them. They are important teachers. They're pointing to something that you need to look at. You cannot reach what you might call enlightenment or self-realization, God realization, by ignoring these so-called lower emotions like anger and fear and shame and guilt and sexual desire. No. Everything needs to be integrated, needs to be seen, it needs to be acknowledged, it needs to be felt, and then it can be healed and released. But the more you resist or pretend that it's not there, putting your head in the sand, the worse it's going to get. So presence is key. Presence, openness, honesty. So from that centered space, then you take action if action is needed. You have all the answers inside. You just need to look at them and to not be attached to what type of answers you're going to get. Because sometimes the answers that you will get are not going to be those ones that your ego want to hear, that everything's just magically going to be fixed by Jesus or karma or some spiritual intervention or your manifestation capabilities. No. So back to reality, back to the present, honestly looking at yourself, your emotions, your beliefs, your sensations in the body in this very moment. And that's going to help you so much. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in awakening, healing, and transformation, I warmly invite you to come and join our membership community via this link here. We have live weekly meetings, there's tools, programs, so much to explore. I'll see you on the inside. Take care.